Here we are, just setting off on our little journey to York for 2 days. Come and join us. Just making our way down to Southport Station. And here's a train to Wigan, where we're going to change for the train to York. Onwards and upwards. Well folks, that's us just leaving Southport.
Welcome aboard this Northern Service 2. Manchester Oxford Road. We'll be calling at Hilltop, Burster Bridge, Harbour. Welcome aboard this Northern Service.
Just arriving at Wigan Wallgate. Just arrived at Wigan Wallgate. And we've got a short wait for the connection to Manchester Victoria. Nice station here at Hindley.
Welcome aboard this Northern Service 2. Please. The next station stop is Gaining Hill.
And onwards towards Manchester Victoria. Hopefully we get the connection to York. What do you think? Hopefully. Well, here we are on our way to York.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Either that or we're going to Edinburgh.
Well, we're in Leeds at the minute, so anything could
It'll be
happen.
easy time. Newcastle.
Yeah, could be. Hopefully York. We'll see. Here's Anne, and here we are at York. That was a bit of a marathon, wasn't it?
Yeah, but just breathe that lovely Yorkshire air.
Well, yeah, right. Let's get that bush out of the way. Yeah, it's York Minster in the background. Now let's go and find our Premier Inn. And we now have the River Ouse. The River Ouse at York. Beautiful. Okay, keep going. Well folks, hopefully we're en route to the Premier Inn. Right folks, just have a wee look at the room. This is where we've just arrived. Premier Inn in York. Just have a show you quickly around. Television. There's the bed. There's Anne in the chair. Just recovering after quite a long walk from the station, about 20 minutes. There's a lot of people up and carrying suitcases and going through the, you know, the small streets, but it wasn't too bad, was it? No. Okay, let's have a look at the bathroom. Oh, that's okay, not too bad. There we go. Towels, loo, wash basin, all the usual with a Premier Inn. Toilet, very clean. Yeah, quite impressed. And there's a mirror. Here's yours truly. And there's quite a large screen television and a chair and some tea and coffee making facilities. On the whole, yeah, it's not a bad room, not too bad at all. So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to chill out a wee bit, maybe have a brew and then have a little wander into York. So we'll see you later on. Well, here we are on the wall in York. Arrived about half an hour ago and we're just having a little walk along the city wall. There's Anne. Give us a wave. Well, it's gone a bit dull now. Never mind. Should be all right. There's the Minster over there. Got quite a bit of scaffolding round it, round the other side, but not too bad. There's Anne. We're back. We are back. We're in York and we're heading down, hopefully, towards the Shambles.
But we're not sure.
Well, that's a bit close to me. That's better.
But we might not be.
Apologies for this. We have had one or two beers.
Two? That's all.
One or two. One or two.
Just two.
Just two. What was that Indian menu like?
It was alright.
Okay.
I think the first one was better.
Could be an Indian then tonight, possibly. Hopefully.
Unless I find somewhere better.
We'll see.
But I only found
We will see. Hey, which way? Left, right. Oh, we have a square.
Oh, Thomas the Baker. That smells nice.
Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. And so,
In Baker's.
well, I think we're in some sort of little square. We have a Cafe Nero over there. York's Chocolate Story. Sterling Souvenirs. Ah, what's over there? Ah, hang on.
The Shambles.
Shambles. Right, let's go and
I have to walk with you.
let's go and do a little explore over here. Yeah? Do you think?
Do we have to have it out on a stick?
Well, it is what it is. Just approaching the Shambles.
Oh wow, it's busy.
Wow. Oh my God. This is busy.
You've got two sides. You have to walk round with the stick.
So it looks like we've got a market here, just off the Shambles. Just go and have a quick look. Wow, that sun's bright.
A lot of it's closed now.
Which one? I'm just doing the usual, having a look at the trinkets. So, yeah, just having a look around this market in York. So it's Thursday about 4 o'clock-ish and still quite busy. And I think Anne's found something. So, oh dear. Yep, she's definitely bought something. She's bought something. Oh yeah, what she bought?
Some Christmas presents. This way.
Right, which way do you want to go?
Just around the market and then
This
we'll
way,
go back
round the market. It's very domineering. She likes markets. Seems to be winding down a bit though. It's not
Yeah, it's the end of the day, isn't it?
getting towards the end of the day yet. Okay, we're going down here, apparently.
I liked that cap, it suited you.
You like the cap?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting a new cap. Hey.
Go back down that way to get to the shambles.
What are these? Hang on.
Candles. They're candles.
They're cool, aren't they?
Yeah. Ghosts.
Very nice. There you go. Yeah, I think they're sort of winding down a bit now. We can come back tomorrow though.
Well, they're here from 9:30, so we can come first thing.
Yeah.
And I've got some cash.
Okay.
Wait, I took a photo.
Back towards the shambles. Right. So we're just having a wee bit of an explore. And we
Someone
found it.
is getting their bearings. Not me, I hasten to add.
We are getting our bearings. We found the Yorvik Centre. And
A couple
tomorrow
of bars.
we are going. I think we might try another couple of bars though. Beer in York is very good, by the way. What do you think?
Oh, I agree.
There you go.
Whatever you're paying, I agree.
Okay. So here we are, sat outside Costa Coffee. Just had a coffee. And we're going to the shambles again, I think. Maybe go and have a pint somewhere. See you in a bit. Well, Anne, what do you think of your curry tonight?
It was brilliant, really enjoyed it.
It was absolutely superb.
It was.
Superb.
Yeah.
So we're just finishing off the night with a couple of
Neck oil?
neck oil.
Yeah.
And probably see you tomorrow morning at some point.
But not too early.
No, not too early. After breakfast. Full English. See you soon. Hello. So here we are, back at the room after a superb night out. We went for a curry, didn't we?
We did. And we've had a few drinks.
We have.
And it's time to chill out and make plans for tomorrow.
Which we have done. And tomorrow we will be going, and you'll be coming with us, to the Yorvik Centre and the Railway Museum.
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe a few other things in between if we've time.
Maybe one or two pubs,
Yeah.
maybe somewhere something to eat, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see you in the morning.
Good night.
Bye for now. Good morning, folks. We've just got up just after about 7:30, and we're going to go down to breakfast pretty soon. Anne's just getting ready over there, just doing her hair. So we're going to go downstairs in a minute for breakfast. I'll take you along, and I think I'm going to have a full English, but we'll see what they've got. You having some toast?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm doing some toast. Doing some for you as well.
No, I think I'll just get a cups.
Not very toast, John.
Well, that looks
John,
what?
not very toast.
Okay. Wow, that looks nice. Pretty good dish, isn't it? Very nice. Well, folks, we have a hot air balloon. That's different. Hot air balloon over York. How cool is that? Not something you see every day, is it? Welcome to day 2 of York. Just entering the shambles. Get everywhere, the Edinburgh Woolen Mill. Welcome to day 2 of our little trip to York. If you're liking it so far, why don't you think about subscribing and maybe giving us a thumbs up, because it all helps the channel. Back to the shambles. Yeah. Shambles Tavern and the Shambles Sausage and Pie Company. Them pies look alright. Maybe later. And here's Anne coming back to where we were last night, in the World Beer Free House, Pivney. Pivney, is it? Not sure. Yeah. And also, right across the road we've got Valhalla. Another nice bar. And there's the market. Quite nice. The Parish of All Saints pavement.
Yeah, that's the area.
Yeah. Looks quite nice down there. Looks like there's a coffee bar or something down there. Is that a pub? King's Arms. King's Arms there. Looks like there's tables outside.
It's probably not open.
Not open yet, no.
Not for beer, is it?
Yeah, it's a wee bit early, isn't it? Woods Mill Quay. It's quite nice though. That next bridge over there, the next bridge, that one, if you walk straight and right across, right up, you'll get back to the Premier Inn. They're nice apartments, aren't they, over there? Got balconies.
I think it's a hotel. I think that's that big hotel.
Yeah, it could well be. Busy street of York. So the plan is a wee bit later is to go to Yorvik.
Yeah, and then the railway museum this afternoon.
That's it.
And maybe fit in the Minster in between.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll bring you back a bit later. This is the famous original Ghost Walk of York. Starts here 8 PM. I'm just inspecting the waterfront. And it looks like they're just putting tables out and chairs. Be open later.
That'd be quite fun.
And we have a flotilla of boats heading upriver. We've got the steps up to Clifford's Tower. Just in the Coppergate shopping centre. And what's the first thing we see?
Flying deer. Copenhagen.
Flying tiger. Copenhagen. Or Copenhagen if you want to be caught.
Flying tear.
And we've got the Van Gogh experience there in the old church. Got about 3/4 of an hour and then we're going to Yorvik. And I think they're queuing up outside. But it's a little bit early yet for us. So we just sat in Cafe Nero here and we're just going to have a latte. Or a latte. And just going to chill till it's time to go to Yorvik.
Photographs too, that's what museums are for, of course, but make sure your flash is off. Because we don't want our 1,000-year-old objects to be affected by that. But yeah, 10th century, just around that corner there. And of course, if you want to ask us about a bit more about this, please don't feel rushed. Okay, but enjoy visiting with us today. Thank you for listening. Cheers. Like that. Oh, thank you very much. Cheers, thanks. Yeah, here on the streets, like 9 to 10 onwards. Please get that in your back.
There's them.
Some of them are, professional. So, it's just like experimental, smithing. Oh, I've made that, it's not great, I'll chuck it away. These gardens are quite long and narrow. So it's not just a garden that we have here, we extended all the way down to maybe the tops.
Crocodile.
Yeah, about 211 lives in this house.
Yeah, we find them also in the fireplace as well.
That's interesting, right? So it's just the blobs, it's not the whole bodies. But what we think, so this street is flooded to the
Like a wicker fence.
Yeah.
It's a fence, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
In between the two buildings. Yeah. So here we are in Yorvik.
People arriving from all over the Viking Needle to visit, trade and settle. In this multicultural society, people have different appearances, languages, religions and possessions. The remains of part of this thriving city were found right here, and by carefully piecing together all of the archaeological evidence and what we know from other sources, you can now visit the Viking Age.
Copenhagen. Välkommen till Yorvik.
Dug out and lined with oak planks before the upper story is added. You can see a stack of turfs over there that are going to be used to roof this building. Looks like the builders are having a rest.
Hey. Hey.
This family, they're taking a break. Shoots alongside fishermen clearing the catch. Goods and raw materials probably doing the morning trade. Have a look at the man cutting it. His face has been reconstructed based on a skull that was found in the lake. Later on in the visit, you'll see more real face. An important commercial street right in the heart of the city. As you can see from these stones, you can buy almost anything. Coppergate is just one of the many streets in the city, which was home to more than 10,000 people. The streets of the city of Yorvik are covered in filth and muck, littered by cardboards with potholes everywhere. This leatherworker seems to be having a problem sewing his shoe pieces together. He looks like he has Viking disease, or Dupuytren's contraction. You can see it's caused the fingers on his hand to become clawed. It's a genetic disorder that runs in families, and seen particularly in middle-aged men. Tradition has it that it originated with the Vikings and spread it throughout northern Europe and beyond as they travelled and intermarried. This couple here are arguing about what to have for supper, meat or fish. It would seem that life hasn't changed too much over the last 1,000 years. They're arguing in Old Norse, but if you listen carefully, you can hear Old English, Middle Welsh, and Old Irish all being spoken in this street. Here's a food seller trying to sell this wealthy-looking woman a cabbage of some sort. It doesn't look like the type of thing that would tempt her or her young lady. This woman looks like she's struggling to cross the road. We only found 2 complete skeletons in excavations here, but this one is based on movement. You can see that she's walking with a crutch due to her hip problems and arthritis. You can find out more about her in the galleries to come.
Okay, that's us just come out of Yorvik.
Brilliant.
I thought it was absolutely superb.
Yeah.
We've got quite a bit of footage, so we'll see what it comes out like when we get home, and hopefully it'll come out well.
Yeah.
We'll put it on.
Yeah. Okay.
Minster. What do you think?
Beautiful.
Massive, isn't it? Beautiful.
Huge.
Beautiful.
Yes, it's huge.
Absolutely huge.
Because then there's the bit that's got the scaffolding on down there.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Come on, let's have a walk down here and see what's around the other side. Other work going on here, scaffolding on this side, but I would imagine it's an ongoing project all the time, because I mean,
Like the Forth Road Bridge.
yeah,
It finished at one end, we'll
Yeah.
start again.
I would imagine. Okay, here we are. Stood outside Betty's Tea and Coffee Merchants. And look at the queue.
So we won't be going in. Maybe the river was more accessible.
So we've just come into this bar and we're just going to try one. By the river. Should be good.
Hello.
That looks alright.
I'll just taste it for you.
Go on then. Give it a try. What do you think?
Yeah, it's
Yeah?
good. Yeah, it's definitely neck oil.
Go on, I'll try one. Yeah, it's nice. And here we are at
The Railway Museum.
we could be sometime.
Hopefully not.
Wow. I'm in dreamland. Bit of back history. In 1970 I went to the Railway Museum in Clapham in London, and I always said I would come to the one in York. Well, we're now in 2024 and I finally achieved it. Superb, absolutely superb. Stevenson's rocket. Just here with Colin Bowes, and he's been on the Flying Scotsman, and he's got a few stories that he might like to tell you.
Yes,
What?
A friend of mine called Terry Robinson, who went over to the States with Alan Pegler and Flying Scotsman, took all the filming over there. He was a scene enthusiast, so all the movie of Flying Scotsman over in the States was taken by Terry Robinson, and he had a scooter shop. I had a Lambretta scooter and I bought it from him, found I was a railway enthusiast, and so he invited me to help him with a steam locomotive that he'd bought with someone else. It was an 040 steam Avonside, and we stripped it down, did it all up, painted it, and most of us learnt how to drive it. So that was very nice. But while Terry was over in the States, he sent me numerous first day covers of Flying Scotsman and quite a lot of memorabilia as well. So we had quite a time with Terry. When Blue Peter was rolled out at Doncaster by Wallace Singleton and John Noakes, when they renamed it, it didn't have any braking gear on it, and our little gang was asked to come to the National Railway Museum here where it had been brought, and we put all the braking gear on it, so at least it would have been safe to go out on the rails again. And,
Thanks very much for that. That's really good. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Okay, so here we go. We're going in the famous Mallard.
Mallard. This is one of 38, I think, Class A4 locomotives built in Doncaster, down the road in 1938. And they were built between 1935 and 1938. And Nigel Gresley was the chief engineer of the LNER. He had already been successful with the Flying Scotsman, which was built in 1923, and that was the first locomotive to get 100 miles an hour in 1934. So he was obviously a very prominent engineer. In the meantime, streamlining had been sort of becoming a lot more prominent in cars. Bugatti was using streamlining, and obviously the ideas were spreading into the locomotives as well. So that's why we've got a very prominent shape. So this loco was built in March in 1938. It went to Stoke Bank in it was July 1938. It was only 4 months in. It had only been run in for 4 months. They were going for a record. It was all about competing with the LMS. It was competing with other companies.
Right,
How can we get our records? Faster trains, non-stop trains. Of course, the Flying Scotsman was the first non-stop train between London and Scotland.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of competing for business. But Flying Scotsman, Mallard was taken to Stoke Bank, which, if you don't know whether you know where it is, it's near Grantham, between Grantham and Peterborough. Very straight bit of line, and slightly downhill bit of line, which is always convenient. Pulling the coach behind us, so if you haven't seen the coach, that's the dynamometer car, which is the calibrated laboratory basically that recorded the speed. And that was the same one that Scotsman used in previous 4 years to record it getting to 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So you've got a straight bit of track, you've got a downhill bit of track, you also need two people that know what they're doing. So this is not doctor but driver Duddington and fireman Bray. And they were selected because LNER knew that their trains were more on time, more frequently than some of their colleagues. And they were very senior, they were very well respected. But they were on time because they didn't hold back. They used to really go for it. And when you're wanting a speed record, you don't want anybody to be a little bit tentative. You want to really go for it. So you select your A team into. I think there's a photograph actually down the bottom of the stairs. I think there's a photograph of the team that took Mallard out, which included Duddington and Bray. So they got to 124, which was at the time current record, which was a German. Right. I think it was a German local. I can't quite remember. I think it was 124. They wanted to get to 130. That was Sir Nigel's, idea, and the LNER. You can imagine that would be a great number to get to.
Yeah.
Got to 125. Just got to 126 before Stoke Bank eventually isn't straight forever. It goes around a corner, and going around a corner at 126 miles an hour is
not a good idea.
Generally not a good idea. So they had to slow it down. There was also a problem with the loco that manifested itself after they got the record. So they weren't going 126 miles an hour, fortunately. But obviously there's no warning lights, there's no klaxons, there's no alarms on here, like you obviously get in a car these days or a plane. So they didn't, if there was a problem, how do you know about it? So they anticipated there might be a problem. You can imagine the metal on metal rubbing like this, overheating potential, and the engineers fitted vials of aniseed flavour smell to the parts of the loco that they were concerned about. And then suddenly they were going along, they got the record, and the cab was filled instantaneously with aniseed, and they knew there was a big problem. They brought the train to a halt, and it was a big bearing underneath that if they'd have carried on and not known about would have been catastrophic. They would have almost certainly had an accident. Didn't, because they had this strong smell. It went back to the works at Doncaster. It wasn't something they couldn't fix. They sorted it out, and thereafter it did 1.5 million miles between London and Scotland in a 25-year service between 1939 and about 1963-ish, where it was withdrawn because of the new technology that was coming in, the electrics and the diesel. By 1968 there wasn't a steam engine running on the network. I don't think it was. I think it was 68, maybe 69, but it was certainly towards the end of the decade. There wasn't any steam locomotives at all. They came to the museum in the 70s.
I'm going to say I was down in London in Clapham, the museum in Clapham. I remember going with the school in 1970, and I saw the Mallard there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So what year did it come up to you?
I think it was 73. So
between
63 and 73, it was probably languishing in a yard somewhere.
Right.
But people knew how important it was as a piece of history. It came to the museum in the 70s, and it's been here. It's not been in steam since 1988. So it probably won't ever be because of the vast expense. Okay, yeah, I'm nearly done, Pete. Yeah. Getting told off, sorry.
I'll edit that bit out.
Yeah, you can play it back on double speed later on. So he got the record, and they wanted to do 130 in the following year, but for obvious reasons they couldn't do that. Things changed significantly in 1939. So, but yeah, it's quite a special thing, and it's lovely to welcome people on board. And as I say, to have Scotsman do 100 and Mallard do 126, same engineer, it's quite a bit of history that hasn't been broken in all that time. whistle stop tour of Mallard.
Thank
I
you
forgive
very
my,
much.
my
That's-
haste,
that's
but
fine.
hopefully that's all right. If you want to get a few pictures of it, yes,
Thanks-
I'll get to
thanks
off
for-
again if I'm not.
Thanks very much for that.
No problem.
What's
at
your
all.
name?
I'm Mark.
Mark.
I'm a volunteer on a Friday. I do a 9 to 5 the rest of the week. You know, it's just I started.
Brilliant, thanks for
I'd
your
much rather be here every day, but it's, volunteering doesn't pay well. It doesn't pay at all. But
No,
yeah,
But it's
so
appreciated.
Thanks for that, Matt.
you're most welcome, and
Yeah.
you know, it's really nice to open it up. We weren't even going to open it, so you've done well.
Oh, well, we've been very lucky.
Very good.
Very lucky. Like I say,
Excellent.
last time I saw it, 1970, so I am absolutely made up.
It is brilliant, isn't it? It's so great to welcome
We need
people on
to-
this. A bit of
we need
history.
to move on.
I'm very sorry to yes,
no,
we're
we
nearly
understand.
done
I know,
with the
we
afternoon.
understand.
In fact, we're 40 minutes behind time. Like, it's good being on a train that's delayed. Mind yourself on the way out, on particularly that gap, as I say. The paper, you wouldn't
I'll
believe the
move out of the
paperwork
way.
if you guys fall down there.
Thanks very much, Mark.
All right, no
Thank
problem.
you.
Well, enjoy the rest of your...
That's a model of the Flying Scotsman. I've got a feeling Anne might have a bit of a problem getting me out of here. So, this is the Rail Museum at York. It's been absolutely superb. Hope you've enjoyed it. I think I'm going to sign off here and we'll see you soon. Bye for now. Well, you join us on our last day here in York and we've had an absolutely fantastic time. A great couple of days at the Premier Inn here in Layerthorpe. It's been really great, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. Really
Absolutely
enjoyed
superb.
it.
So we're going to our home. We live in Southport and it's going to be about a 3-4 hour journey back
Something
home.
like that, yeah.
About a 3 or 4
On the
hour journey
train.
back home. Anyway, if you like this video, please think about giving us a subscribe. It's free. Give us a thumbs up and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.